Welcome YouTube and fellow Star Wars collectors. On this episode of Toys Are the Way, we will be unboxing the case assortment for the Vintage Collection Maul and Ahsoka Mandalore Wave. This will be the first of many unboxing videos, so if you're new to the channel and like what you see, smash that like button and remember to subscribe. With that being said, let's move on to the unboxing. If you are on social media, you've most likely seen pictures of these figures overseas. I've been anxiously waiting a long time for these figures. And with shipping delays and all sorts of issues, they finally have arrived in the States, and I'm excited to open this box. I pre-ordered this from Entertainment Earth a while ago, and it finally got here. I specifically ordered this case assortment from Entertainment Earth because they offer free shipping on case assortments like these. Also, if you're a carded collector, it's nice to get your figures in a box, and the cards are usually not bent or messed up in shipping. But I've waited long enough, so let's open this box up and see what's inside. I'm going to carefully open this as to hopefully not hurt anything inside. Always want to be careful when opening cases and figures. I've waited a long time for this. So let's see what we got. And they look pretty nice inside the box. That's great. Let's see what the first figure is. And we have the Off-World Jawa. Pretty nice. Put that down there carefully. And you get another Off-World Jawa in this case. So nice carded samples, nothing messed up. And there it is. Waited a long time to see this figure in person. This one seems to have just a tiny bit of damage up here when it was being packed into the case, but that's okay. That'll be an opener. Let's see if the other one looks a little better. It's pretty good. It's got only a tiny little bit, but I'm not really a picky person when it comes to that. If for some reason I do want a much more pristine carded sample, I can order that from another fan site. But man, this figure looks great. Really cool. Also, the card is amazing. Good stuff. So you get two Ahsokas in there, two Off-World Jawas. Next in line, we have our Trooper Echo. Really cool. I'm pretty sure there's only one of these in that case, so I will probably not open this one until my separate pre-order of this figure comes in. Just in case that card for some reason is really damaged. This one's not too bad. And we'll go over these cards and everything in a moment after we get everything out of the case. What else do we have in here? And there it is. Darth Maul Mandalore. This card's in great shape. And this is an amazing figure. Really excited to get this out. Use it for photos. Add them to my displays. Really nice card. Stack him in there. And this is the last character that you get in the wave. And you get another one. And two. So you get three Darth Mauls, two Ahsokas, one ARC Trooper Echo, and two Off-World Jawas. It's a relief to finally have these figures, and I'm really happy. So let's get these figures standing up, and I'm gonna open some of them too. Before I get too excited, I actually should probably just quickly look over each one of these cards before we open these up. So let's start with Darth Maul. Here we have him, Darth Maul Mandalore. On a nice blue name pill. Awesome image of Maul. The nice Kenner logo. On the back, you have the picture of the wave. Also showing Boba Fett, Greef Karga, Child, and Princess Leia. And we have his number, VC 201. That's great. And then let's move on to Ahsoka's card. Another amazing card. Clone Wars logo. Wonderful picture of Ahsoka. Really great. Amazing episode as well of Clone Wars if you, for some reason, have not seen it yet. She looks great inside the bubble. And she's number 202. Yeah, let's also quickly look at ARC Trooper Echo. Really cool image of him. I'm excited. I don't have this figure. I don't have the ARC Trooper 3-pack, but I do have 5 separately. He's number 176. Really happy to finally get this one. And then we also have the Off-World Jawa from The Mandalorian. I have several of these already that I pre-ordered, and I actually have another case of 8 of these guys to open. I think I have a total of 13 of them, because you have to have a lot of Jawas. Here you can see he comes with the egg, 2 blasters and a pistol. Cool little image of him. Jawas are definitely one of my favorite characters. He's number 203. Cool. So now let's actually get these opened up and take a look at the figures. For anyone who's actually curious about how I open my figures, I don't just rip them open, I actually carefully cut them with an X-Acto, but still leave them attached if it's not an army builder. If I have an army builder, like 100 stormtroopers, I take the bubble completely off of the majority of them. But I like this card, and this is a great figure, main character, so I just ever so slightly open that so that I can just take the bubble out, and it's still pretty nice and intact. I don't really like the peeling up of this like perimeter bubble thing. I think it ruins the card a little bit, and this just looks nicer. You could put it in an acrylic case later if you for some reason want to keep this carded. But yeah, just a little quick heads up. Here we have all of our figures out of the package minus ARC Trooper Echo, and they look fantastic. So far out of the package, Maul is by far my favorite figure. I feel like he just looks great, and the overall construction of the figure is great too. It seems very sturdy, whereas Ahsoka, I feel like it's a little bit more of a flimsy plastic. She's still a fantastic figure, and I absolutely love her. But I think in comparison to Maul, she's just a little bit less sturdy. I don't know, just something about it. But they all look great. I put them in some fighting poses because you have to pose your figures. These are amazing figures who are super articulated. There's nothing better than this. The Jawa, as you can see, he's a standard Jawa. He stands there. He actually doesn't have much articulation in the legs. That's unfortunate because he now comes with soft goods, so I would think he would have a little bit more articulation. He's just got a swivel leg action, but we'll go over that in a second. I just wanted to show all the figures together. So with that said, let's start with Ahsoka. Here she is, and she looks stunning. I've waited so long for this figure. It's nice to finally have a new Ahsoka who is really super well articulated. Here you can see the face sculpt. Looks fantastic. She's got her 2 lightsabers. She's got ball jointed hips, swivel at the thigh, knee joints. Really awesome stuff here. I know that a lot of people were complaining that her arm looked a little odd, and I'm not sure if mine's been corrected or not. I'll have to compare with other photos, but I know some people have fixed theirs by taking off this arm and then shaving down the little peg joint that goes inside, but mine doesn't look super off. I noticed that first thing out of the package, and I don't know if that's been corrected or not, but she looks good to me. Move around, as you can see. It's really good. Really good. The only thing I'll say is when I took it out of the package, the head immediately popped off. The head is, I feel like, a little loose. It doesn't bother me. I don't know if it's just my sample. I think I've seen that happen with other people's. But she's good. Just as I was saying earlier, though, I feel like the comparison to Maul is that the plastics just seems a little flimsier on Ahsoka for some reason. But it does not take away from the figure at all. It's a really good one. I'm excited to take pictures and pose this figure some more. She stands pretty well, and that's what really sells me on a figure. If it can stand well and pose well, it looks good to me. So let's move on to the next figure. And here we have this little guy from The Mandalorian, the Offworld Jawa. This guy is cool. I love that he actually comes with a variant of the egg that's supposed to come with the Razor Crest. This one's not split in half as you saw in the show when they eat a bunch of that yellow goo, egg yolk. He also comes with 2 blasters. As you can see, it's got pretty cool weathering on it. These are both standard blasters that came with the TVC version and the Black Series 2-pack. They've just been recolored. Looks really cool. It also comes with that standard small pistol that they all come with, which I really wish they would have included a holster of some sort, because this thing is tiny and you may lose it. It's so tiny it's having trouble focusing. Here you can see his soft goods and his little ammo pouch, which I just don't understand why they didn't put a holster onto this. It seems like it would have been fairly easy to do. Looks kind of cool. Here you can see the legs. So the legs do move, but they just move like that. There's no other swivels or articulation on the legs. But he does have great arm movement, lots of joints, can move, swivel his wrists. Good stuff when it comes to the arm movement, as well as his head. Moves around. The hood is glued tiny with a tiny little peg on the top of his head, so you can't really take it off completely. But yeah, he looks cool. He's great. Yeah, my only complaint is really the legs, because it doesn't allow him to get in many stances. And I've found this out earlier with some of my Jawas, doing some scenes with them, is, say for example, if I make him hold this egg, he's going to be a little heavy top and front. And since you can't pose his legs, he seems to like topple over from the weight. And if they would have gave him a little bit more leg articulation, he could do a wider stance, and that would really help support the weight. But unfortunately, they did not do that, which is kind of sad. It's a little bit of a waste of soft goods. Soft goods really, add range of motion, and it would have been cool for him to have a little bit more articulation in his legs. But he can sit, which none of the Jawas could sit before because the plastic robes prohibited that, so that's a plus. But yeah, he's a great figure. I'm excited to have a bunch of these running around in my dioramas, and the soft goods really make it. He looks great. Good stuff. And to finish it off, let's take a look at Darth Maul Mandalore. Really cool stuff. As you can see, he comes with his lightsaber, double-bladed. All you have to do is just take that off, and it snaps right back into place. It's nice and sturdy. I definitely feel like it's sturdier than the Phantom Menace Vintage Collection Maul's saber. It just snaps in there better. He's got really good range of movement. His head, fantastic. You can see the sculpt, done really well. Looks phenomenal. The paint apps look pretty good. I haven't inspected them, but everything looks great to me. I'm not very picky when it comes to overpaint, unless it's absolutely awful. but he looks good at first glance. He can do what he needs to do, which is two-hand grip his lightsaber. He's got really good range of motion in the legs. But yeah, he has joint to his ankles, knee joint, ball hinge, swivel at the thigh. Swivel of the thigh is a big plus, always allows for really good stances. He looks good. Really excited to put this figure with the Ahsoka and do some really cool photography. And I have a current idea for an amazing diorama that I'm definitely going to be filming and showing off. Yeah, let's just take a look at him some more. You can see the detailing on his wrist gauntlet looks really good. All the detailing around his waist, the folds in the clothing. This is just a really well done figure. Let me just bring in Ahsoka one more time because they just look awesome together. Out of the recent releases, the obvious Boba Fett is amazing from Return of the Jedi, but these two figures have been well worth the wait. Really excited for these two. I'm really happy to finally have this wave of figures in my collection. They are smart character choices and make for a strong release in the vintage collection. I'm really happy to have an updated Ahsoka in the vintage collection. She looks spot on and she has superb articulation and her paint apps are done well. This makes me very excited for a release from The Mandalorian. Darth Maul is the perfect counterpart to be included in the wave. It's great to have figures that are meant to interact with one another. They're both in that season finale of Clone Wars, and now you can recreate those memorable battle scenes. The Jawa is just amazing. You can't go wrong with Jawas. They really add to world building, allowing you to put them in a variety of different city scenes and dioramas, which is something I'm all about. I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing video and taking a look at these new figures. Be on the lookout for more unboxing videos and new figures coming soon. There will also be a number of diorama builds and tutorials I'm excited to share. Please feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below. Are you excited for these figures? And where did you order them from? I'd love to hear about it. If you're new to the channel, hit that like and remember to subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you on the next one.